first step in grooming your dog is to decide where you're going to be doing this. I found it most useful because I have a little dog to be doing the grooming on a table, so up on an elevated surface. This meant that I had to get my little dog used to being elevated, being on that high surface. And so I turned it into a bit of a game and taught her to jump on my back in order to get up on the grooming table. This is one way of releasing the stress in the dog. So I'll show you an example. I'm going to show her that there is something on offer, and I'm going to lie down on my form. Up and up. Yes, and give her a reward for being up on the table. Well done. Another way to build a very positive association between the grooming area and food is to serve your dog's favorite reward, such as this Kong, which is stuffed with moist food, on the table. And so the reward is delivered on the table for the dog's enjoyment. In order to teach a dog to accept the examination of their mouth and oral care or handling of any sort of their mouth, is to teach the dog to accept the headlock position. That is a position where you actually have a good hold of the dog's head and of the dog's jaw. For a little dog on an elevated surface such as this one, I would recommend something like putting your leg up on the table if you can, in order to prevent any backward motion from the dog. Once the dog is in the correct position, here she can't move backwards because my leg is blocking her, I would hold the dog's jaw. And if the dog is compliant with this form of restraint, I would give the dog a treat. Now she's heard my hand in my pouch, and so she's a bit excited about the treat. But this is a good compliance, so I'm going to reward this. Well done. And then we're going to try again. Placing the dog's bottom near my leg, holding her jaw, and rewarding her for compliance. Okay, well done, well done. Another important thing is to find a toothpaste that the dog is likely to actually enjoy, so that the whole experience is pleasurable for the dog. And so there are a variety of brands on the market. I have tried several, and my dog doesn't like them all. And so it's very important to test them individually. It's very easy to test. You can open a toothpaste container and put just a little bit on your finger and see if your dog is going to happily lick it. This is a success. She actually likes this one. And so I could be using this for my oral care. This one similarly smells like tuna. You might think a priori that tuna is good for only cats, but it's actually something that some dogs can enjoy. And so you can place a little amount on your fingers and check that your dog likes it. The next step after that is to select a toothbrush. There are many kinds of toothbrushes on the market, and I'm going to be talking about them individually. The first one is a conventional dog toothbrush, which is fairly simple. It has a long arm and it has an end here. You have to make sure that the toothbrush is clean and that it is wet at the tip. And so I like a little bit of water to spray it. I then place a small amount of toothpaste on the toothbrush. And sometimes I reward my dog for just being there. The next step is to put the dog in the headlock position. And then I might start with the back teeth. It is often easier to start with the back teeth. Funnily enough, dogs seem to mind less to have their back teeth brushed than to have their front teeth brushed. And then I get my dog some regular stress breaks, so she doesn't have time to worry. What I like to focus most on when I'm doing the brushing is the junction between the gums and the teeth. This is where the bacteria like to lodge themselves. And it's very important to brush that surface, that junction. This is a little dog that has practice. She is brushed nearly every day, although she doesn't particularly enjoy it. But she is used to it. I focus on both the upper jaw and the lower jaw. I only brush the outside at this point. Good girl. I give her little breaks.